playing with LeBron, which is more likely, by the way. He gets shipped to the Bucks for Giannis in the next 30 hours plus, or he finds a way to team up with LeBron before he retires. If you got to guess, Boog, what are you saying?
Me personally, I don't think they're able to make this move for Giannis.
You don't?
Me personally, I mean, okay. I look at the trade package that they're offering, and if I'm Milwaukee, I'm not really biting on that. I mean, you get a return of Pods, you get Kuminga, who they've basically destroyed his value. I mean, it's just not really a favorable package. So, me personally, I think this is all, just in case it does happen. This is how I feel, but I don't really see it happening. So
LeBron, he might play with LeBron then.
I could see him, at some point in his career trying to team up with LeBron. I mean, but
they don't have a lot of time left.
Yeah, I don't see this trade happening for the Warriors with what they have to offer.
Okay. Hey, you know what? Sam Amick will be on in a little bit, because there was the sound that came out between both Draymond and Steve Kerr yesterday. I thought it was like they were reminiscing about good times, as if something's already been sort of dealt behind the scenes. And Steve Kerr also said that someday Draymond Green will have a statue outside the building. For those of us who think he's been a dirty player sometimes, there are a lot of cool options for that statue. That being said, Lou, does that mean Steph and Klay automatics too, right?
Absolutely. And I think Steph Curry is going to be the first person in NBA history to have two statues outside of an arena, because I think you put up a statue with the three of those guys because they've made a ton of history as a collective, and Steph Curry, being the global superstar that he is, deserves one as an individual as well. I'm making that case for him right here, right now. I think he's the first person in NBA history to get two separate statues outside of an arena.
So wait, so you're saying one is like a trio?
One is a trio.
And then one's him alone.
Yeah, I don't see them doing three individual statues for those guys. I think you do one to memorialize all of those guys and what they've been able to do for the Golden State Warriors, being 4-time champions. They did that as a group. They did that as a unit. And I think Steph Curry on his own, what he's been able to do, how he changed basketball and how kids around the world and even the league plays basketball at this point, he deserves two as well. So I can see that happening for sure.
I can see the Klay and Steph statues. I can visualize them. What position pose are we doing with
Dre out?
But what's he doing? Let's pick one. We've got options. We've got stomps. We've got punches. We've got chokes. Which one are you picking? If it was you, come on. I think it could be fun.
If it was me, I got Dre with the ball, waving somebody down to go set a pin down screen for Steph Curry because he's running the offense most of the time. That's my pick.
No, I don't like that's boring.
I know. you want to kick.
Yeah, I chose violence today, guys. Let's
nothing wrong with it.
Do coaches get statues?
Do what? Coaches get statues? Well, Red Auerbach's on the Coach of the Year trophy. I just learned that recently, by the way.
I don't think so, but
you don't think so?
I don't think so. But what you trying to get at?
Well, Pop gets one if they're doing Coach.
I mean, I was just asking, because when we think about this
do
group,
you think Steve Kerr should get a statue?
Hell yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. That's why I'm asking.
Is he in the trio statue or he gets his own?
Yeah.
Because this is turning into a
about the trio, and I mean, when I think about this group, I think of Steve Kerr as well.
We're talking a lot of statues, y'all.
So many statues.
We're talking a lot of championships.
It's actually a good, if you put the trio in one statue, then you can put Steve Kerr.
I don't think coaches really get statues.
Yeah, that's really what I was asking.
I can't think of one. So
right.
No one's telling.
He deserves one, but I don't think that's a thing.
Does
for
KD
coaches.
get one there?
I think so. 2 times.
So is he in his own statue? Like, come on. I
think the group gets. I think all.
So that whole team.
Yes, I think KD, Draymond, Steph, and Klay all get a statue, and I was wondering if Steve is a part of that. I don't know.
I think the big three get statues, and I think all 5 of those guys' names go up in the rafters.
Oh, that's without a doubt.
Yeah, that's for real.
Yeah, but statues is a different.
So 2 Finals MVPs for a team don't get you a statue?
I'm not saying he's not deserving it. I'm only making a case for the statues because I feel like the guys that were there, the guys that were drafted there.
He was there.
And the guys that were drafted there. And
I kind of get what you're saying, Lou.
It's very rare for the guys that you go out and draft that you bring you back for a championship.
I agree.
Which is why Draymond.
For that, I think those are the guys that get statues. But KD, that 35 definitely goes up.
Yeah, because I believe, unless I'm wrong, Steph and Draymond are the two longest tenured same team dudes active right now in the league, and that was partly what he was talking about yesterday, which made me feel like he knows he's being traded. I'm telling you, there was something in the way he answered these questions yesterday that.
And it's not. I love the fact.
Or it could just be the end because they know they can't make a move.
Yeah, and I love the fact that everybody is at peace with whatever happens.
That's what was really cool about it.
How can you not be with as much, as much accomplishments that you've had? I mean, how can you not be?
They've made their history.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. All right, slam dunk contest. We officially have an all-star in it, and Jalen Duren will be
building that mold that helped them win the championship a couple years ago. And what I mean by that mold is, that Al Horford type of big, where he can stretch the floor, be that spacer, fill in the small shooting type roles that this team needs. So it makes sense. And Vooch is solid. He's a solid big. He can rebound. He can spread the floor. He can do all the small things needed. My only concern is, the defensive part.
Okay.
And I get the mold as far as the offense, but when it comes to defense, Al Horford was very elite on that part. So I see the vision. So I'm not mad at the trade.
Seeing the vision is half the battle.
Yeah,
I see the vision.
And this is the point that I was making about Boston earlier, right? We already like them. And then you add a quality piece. You add a quality big that replaces someone like Al Horford that they had that spaced the floor for them, that was able to give them that look. For a team that likes to shoot a lot of three-pointers, likes to keep the floor open and likes to keep the lanes wide open for their guard play to be able to attack. This is the guy that makes them even more dangerous. And he loves to rebound and get his hands dirty. So this is another gritty and grimy guy that I feel like Vooch is one of my rooks. Being around him, he's grittier than he gets credit for. So I think he fits this mold with the Boston Celtics. I think he makes them 100 times better. So I think they become the team to watch in the East after this trade.
100 times better is quite the statement, Lewis.
I also said that was my rook, so I'm gonna throw a little sauce on it.
A little sauce has been thrown on that. Simons, by the way, was the best dude off the bench for Boston. Are we concerned at all that he's no longer there? We'll figure that out, or?
I mean,
you got a lot of scoring there.
Okay.
I'm not worried about it. You still got a lot of scoring there. You still got a guy like Derek White that can give you 20 any night. You still got Pritchard, and you obviously got your superstar in JB. It's plenty of guys over there that's going to be able to score the basketball for them. So I think it was a good move.
Okay, so we're good with that. Now, we're talking about seeing the vision. I'll be curious to see what vision you guys are seeing for Chicago, because they did do a lot. They were moving around a bunch yesterday. That was their second trade. In total, during the course of all of this, they've acquired Jaden Ivey, Anthony Simons, Mike Conley, 5 ball-dominant guards combined with Kobe White and Josh Giddey. Lou, what's the vision here for Chicago?
Well, they're going to use these next 30 hours to continue to keep making moves.
Okay.
Yeah, you got almost 4 to 5 guards that can actually play, and so 2 or 3 of these guys will get some playing time. The other 2, they're going to be on the outside looking in. So I don't see this working out for anybody. So Kobe White looks like a guy that's possibly going to be on the move very, very soon for them. And Josh Giddey has been your guard of the future. So, obviously Mike Conley is at the end of his career, 36, 37-year-old quality veteran guy that's still got a lot of basketball left. But it's Josh Giddey's basketball. And so I think with them having so many ball-dominant and like-sized guys, they're still going to make moves.
Yeah, I look at this as a collection of assets. I see them still making more moves before this deadline is over and even afterwards. So this is all I really see. This is this is them getting as much as they can to send it right back out and get a flip on it. So nothing more, nothing less.
Do you know what's crazy is this is our 4th season of doing this show, and every year we talked about with the Bulls, DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, Vooch, like when are they going to get out of there? Officially, they're all gone now, and in return, Chicago had gotten 0 first-round picks from finally trading everybody.
Wow.
Right? I know. Like, again, normally my brain, I'm like, draft picks, whatever. But when it's 0 first-round picks, and we just talked in the first group of stories about how many, does that shock any of you guys? Like the fact that all those guys are now gone and none of that came back?
Seems like more of a situation of holding on too long. And, when that happens, it can decrease the value in the moment, especially if things aren't working well in that situation.